something you later found out was illegal. When I was 17, I worked at a tiny diner in my town. It was the kind of place where everyone knew each other, and the owners made you feel like family, or so I thought. My job was mainly wiping tables down, or taking orders. The work was very easy, and didn't take much energy from me at all. One of my main tasks was splitting the tips after every shift. The owner, Joe, had this rule among the employees. 15% of our tips went back to the restaurant. He said it was to cover things like broken plates, or spilled drinks, or even food costs. At the time, it didn't seem weird because he paid us very well. I thought, okay, that sounds fair. I rarely was ever tipped on weekdays anyways, and weekends were really ever my good days. But a few years later, while I was working at a new restaurant with way better people, and casually mentioned this to a coworker in a conversation, her jaw had dropped. She said, "That's illegal beyond belief. Owners can't take a cut of employees' tips." At first I laughed it off thinking, no way, Joe wouldn't do something shady like that. But looking back on it, I don't think I really knew Joe outside of work. That's when my curiosity got the best of me. So I looked it up, and sure enough, she had been right. Not only was it illegal, but businesses had been sued for it in other states. I felt immediately sick to my stomach. I started thinking about all the nights I'd spent counting out tips, handing over money we had worked so hard to earn. Money that should have been ours. I guess I should have done my research sooner, but you'd think a small diner would be within reason. By the time I found out the diner had been sold and Joe had moved out of state, there wasn't much I could do about it anyways, but the experience stuck with me.